Yo, it's your boy Burnard, and welcome to another episode of the Angry Blerd podcast, where I will be talking about everything nerdy that has caught my eye this week. Unfortunately, we do have to start this podcast on a somber note by giving a rest in peace to one Mr. Tony Todd, who passed away on November 6th at the age of 69. A lot of you may know Tony Todd for his various roles in film and television. More significantly, Candyman. I can never pronounce Candyman's last name. Is Daniel Robitilli, I want to say. So yeah, he played Candyman from 1992 up until the 2021 soft reboot. He played Sergeant Warren in Platoon. He was Mr. William Wright in Lean on Me. I'm just going to name the stuff that I've seen him in. He played Grange in the original Crow, who was one of Top Dollar's henchmen. He was Captain Darrow in The Rock. Johnny Valentine in Wishmaster. Leonard Anderson in Babylon 5. William Bloodworth in Final Destination, in the entire Final Destination franchise. I believe he will be reprising that role posthumously in Final Destination Bloodlines, which is the one that's supposed to be coming out next year. I actually met him at SuperCon, I want to say maybe like 6-7 years ago, and I asked him, are you deaf in the movie? Because he plays a funeral director, and the reason why I came up with this theory, like I'm pretty sure everyone else has, he just tends to know a little bit too much about what's going on in the entire franchise about death coming for them, since they cheated death. And he said that was an interesting theory and that I wasn't the only one who thought of that. And he did say he was going to speak to like one of the directors about it, because I think this was like right before the Final Destination came out, which was the fourth one. But unfortunately, he was not in that one, but he was in Final Destination 5. So he was in 1, 2, and 5. He wasn't in the third one or the fourth one. He was in The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which was this was a TV movie that came out like in the mid 2000s. He was the voice of one of the Fallens in Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. He was Darkseid in all of the DC animated movies more recently, like the Lego stuff. He was in a movie called Zombies, which I saw with a few friends. That was straight to video. Also Darkseid in the DC animated universe stuff. So when they did like their whole universe after like Flashpoint with Justice League War and everything like that, so it was Darkseid in that, Reign of the Superman, Justice League Dark Immortal, Apocalypse War, Tales from the Hood 3, which I've been meaning to watch. I've been meaning to go on the Tales from the Hood rewatch for like the longest, because there's 3 of them, and he takes over for like the role that Clarence Williams III played in the first one, and Keith David played in the second one, so the devil. Spoiler alert. He was in Meet the Blacks 2. He was in a movie that came out a few years ago called Bitch Ass. And TV shows. He was on Star Trek: The Next Generation. He was on season 3, from season 3 to 5 as Kern. He also reprised that role in Deep Space Nine, and he also played an older Jake Sisko. Played Gilgamesh on Hercules: The Incredible Journeys. Smallville. He was in season 1. I want to say it was like episode 3 of Smallville. It was an episode called Jitters, where basically he was infected with kryptonite poisoning that caused him to convulse, and he was trying to tell everyone about level 3, which was a secret level that Jitters was actually episode 8. A secret level that Lionel Luthor had in the Smallville plant for Luthor Corp. And nobody would believe him except for Clark. It was a very good episode. I think that may have been like one of the last times I saw him on TV. But I'm just looking at his filmography right now. Oh, I forgot he did the voice of Zoom on The Flash. So yes, he did the voice of Zoom on The Flash. Oh, he was also in Screen Resurrection? Okay. Yeah, he was. Damn, I forgot about that. Oh, also Riverdale. See, this man was still active as far as film and TV goes. He also provided the voice of Slyrak, the Emerald Eldam Rim, in Dota Dragon's Blood. If you guys watched that on Netflix, Samir tried to get me into that, wasn't into it. But video game work. He reprised his role as Crumb in Star Trek: The Next Generation, Cleon Onagard, Star Trek Online. He provided the voice of the Vortigonauts in Half-Life. He was Dr. Rogers in Bag for Blood, Locust, and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, which is supposed to be coming out either this month or December. It just says this 2024. Okay, December 9th. And he provided the voice of Venom in Spider-Man 2. So I'm actually considering running that back. The Spider-Man 2, the Spider-Man PS4 subreddit, before he passed, everyone was, it came out that he did over 200 lines and they barely used any of it because Insomniac was also supposed to be working on a Venom game, but I'm afraid that might have gotten scrapped due to the hack that happened. Was it last year or was it earlier this year? I can't remember. So that might have been scrapped along with the DLC that was supposed to be coming out for Spider-Man 2. But yeah, we definitely have to give a rest in peace to Mr. Tony Todd. I don't know, if you feel like it, I'm not going to pressure anybody into doing anything. If you want to watch something that he was in, I named a bunch of stuff. Like I said, I even forgot he was in stuff like Riverdale and Screen Resurrection, which was the TV series that was on MTV and VH1. But I'm definitely going to watch 2021's Candyman. It is on the shelf, which is blurred, obviously. No pun intended there. But yeah, I mean, the man had a lengthy career. Like I said, he started acting, well, in film. It started back in 1986 with a movie called Sleepwalk. Now, he might have been acting before that. No, 86, because his first TV appearance was 87. He was on a TV show called Simon and Simon. But yeah, he literally passed away a few weeks before his 70th birthday, which would have been December 4th. I wish I would have gotten his autograph, but I went to that con with no money. I just went for just to hang out with some friends. Fuck. All right, let's get into some Star Wars news. For those of you who are fans of Andor, don't know if you guys recall, but me and Samir tried to watch this and we were just like, what the fuck is this? This is not Star Wars. And apparently this is the only thing Star Wars that everyone likes. Well, besides The Mandalorian and Ahsoka. But yeah, Andor was announced to be returning April 22nd. So, to Disney Plus. So, congratulations to you guys. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of it, so I will not be watching or reviewing it. Speaking of things I might not be watching or reviewing, so they announced that a new Star Wars trilogy is coming, and it could be episodes 10, 11, and 12. And I'm like, I saw that, and I was like, okay, cool. All right, I'm down for that. But then I saw who was attached to possibly be writing this, and that is one Simon Kinberg.
Who's this man?
I know some of you have no idea who the hell Simon Kinberg is because people don't read credits. But Simon Kinberg is a filmmaker. He wrote and produced a bunch of movies for Fox. I had no idea he was British. But here are a few of the movies that Simon Kinberg has worked on. Triple X State of the Union. Give him a pass with Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Okay. X-Men The Last Stand. Also give him a pass with Jumper. Also give him a pass for Sherlock Holmes. But basically, he has been a part of the X-Men stuff since X-Men 3. And that's when I've just been like, you know what? Fuck this guy. Because X-Men the last 3 is not good. X-Men First Class, he's only a producer. So that one is pretty decent. X-Men Days of Future Past, ass. It was just another way to get Hugh Jackman to come back and go back in time. He wrote and produced that. He also wrote and produced Fan Four Stick, which is, you know, the Fantastic Four movie with Michael B. Jordan, Miles Teller, Kate Mara, Toby
What's
Bell,
that?
and what's the name of that dude?
What's that, brother?
Tony Keppel. Or did I say that already? Yeah, oh, I did. But also Jamie Bell, who was Ben Grimm. But he just needs to stick to producing, because when he writes, it's usually ass. Okay, he wrote X-Men Apocalypse. He wrote Dark Phoenix and directed it. The 355. Nobody saw this movie. Like, I don't even think this movie came out in theaters. Like, I think it went straight to Peacock. The movie had a budget of $40 to $75 million. It made 27.8. How's this man still working? That I don't know, because he co-wrote that movie and he directed it. But yeah, I don't really rock with Simon Kinberg. He was an executive producer on Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, Death on the Nile, and Deadpool and Wolverine. Like I said, if he's a producer, I got no problem with that. But don't write shit, okay? But I'm not just like, oh my goodness, stop it, please stop it. I don't ask for much, but please stop putting Simon Kinberg and stuff. But also, I think the name of this I don't know what the name of this episode is going to be yet, but just please stop with the Simon Kinberg, okay? Stranger Things season 5 is coming next year, as we obviously know, and they have revealed the titles for the episodes. I don't know if they're going to split the season in 2 or what, but I could have sworn they said it was supposed to be more than 10 episodes. But here are the title episodes for the first foray of episodes. Let me quit saying that and just double check how many episodes are going to be in Stranger Things season 5. Okay, so it looks like episode 8 then. 8 episodes. So these are the titles for the 8 episodes. Episode 1 is The Crawl. Episode 2 is The Vanishing of ? So obviously somebody is going to be disappearing in The Crawl. Episode 3, The Turnbow Trap. Episode 4, Sorcerer. Episode 5, Shock Jock. So I'm guessing something with a radio or a radio station adjacent. Episode 6, Escape from Kamazats. Episode 7, The Bridge. And episode 8, The Right Side Up. And a lot of people have been theorizing about episode 2 with the Vanishing of, because if you go back and rewatch the first season, episode 1 is called The Vanishing of Will Byers. So who will be vanishing? Will it be the vanishing of Eleven, the vanishing of Will Byers again, the vanishing of Dustin? Is it Dustin or is it Dusty? I can never remember. The vanishing of Lucas, Dustin Henderson. The vanishing of Steve, the vanishing of Max, because Vecna got some unfinished business with Max, by the way. The vanishing of Nancy, Jonathan, maybe Robin, maybe Murray, maybe Erica, because you know she's all involved in everything now. So I don't know, but I just got Netflix back, so I am very tempted to go back and rewatch seasons 1 through 4 of Stranger Things, because I have no TV to watch outside of Superman and Lois and wrestling. Oh, 4 shows. Well, wrestling's 3 alone, so what's that, 7? No, 6 shows. So I got Raw on Mondays. Damn it, I got 7 shows. I forgot about Lopez versus Lopez. So Monday I got Raw. Tuesday I have Monday I have Raw and Superman and Lois. Tuesday I have NXT and The Irrational. Wednesdays I have nothing. That might be my only day. Thursdays I have Found, and Fridays I have SmackDown and Lopez versus Lopez. So I mean, I don't know. If y'all know any new TV shows that have started, let me know, because everything I'm watching is either on this last season, second or third seasons, and that's not including wrestling. Sorry, hiccups. All right, Mass Effect. I have these games. I honestly have not been playing them. I bought the trilogy once. As you guys know, a customer gave me a Mass Effect N7 helmet for the collector's edition, and Samir's been complaining for the past 3 years about me having that helmet, and I'm not a Mass Effect fan. Well, anyway, Amazon, who has just been doing TV shows based off video games like moderately well with the success of Fallout, and I haven't heard any complaints about Like a Dragon, they will be doing Mass Effect. So Variety said that Daniel Casey, who worked on F9, is slated to write and executive produce the show alongside Kareem Zarek, who worked on Daredevil, Ari Adad, who did Ghost in the Shell, oh god no, and Michael Gamble, who is the producer of the Mass Effect game series. So that's all that has been said about that, but give you guys a breakdown on the Mass Effect franchise. So it follows Commander Shepard, and Commander Shepard is basically whoever you want Commander Shepard to be. So you can make a man Shepard who's black, Asian, Japanese, Korean, black, white, whatever, man or woman. Samir prefers to make all his characters women for some reason, don't know. Who is a space captain entrusted with saving the galaxy from the apocalyptic threat of the ancient species called the Reapers, with the help of their oddball group of human and alien squad members. In order to overcome the looming threat, Shepard, who can either be played as a male or female character, must navigate a wealth of intergalactic politics and battles between humanity's neighboring alien species. And these alien species view the human race as naive babies at the table of space relations. So hopefully this doesn't do like Halo and just decides to deviate from the story of Mass Effect. And if they try to, hopefully Michael Gamble says, nah, follow the script that we fucking made with these games. Drinking some W. Ooh. But I'll probably check this out. I still got to check out Like a Dragon. I know TV in February is going to be very busy with me because the Rookie will be back by then, and also we'll have Invincible and something else coming to Prime that I can't remember. Well, let's talk about other things that are coming out, but not, next year, maybe in the next 6 years. The Legend of Zelda. So Nintendo, I'll probably just loop all this together anyway, since it's all Nintendo related. I guess Nintendo was doing their quarterly earnings report or something, and they brought up the film slate that they want to do. So, as we all know, the Super Mario Brothers movie came out, last year? Yeah, in 2023. They said that the sequel will come out in 2026, and that the Legend of Zelda film will come out in 2020X. So that basically means they plan on releasing the Legend of Zelda movie by 2029. And they didn't really give us like much context on that. It was just like, okay, so this is our film slate. And it was just like literally a photo of the Mario Brothers poster for 2023, a picture of Mario for 2026, and the Legend of Zelda just says 202X. Like it's freaking Mega Man X or something. But I'm like, okay, cool. Shantaro Furukawa, who is the president of Nintendo, said, "In the field of visual content, we are making direct investments and are deeply involved in the planning and development of multiple projects." He said the Super Mario Brothers movie, which is a joint production with Illumination, obviously was released in theaters of April of last year and viewed by 170 million people. This film was enjoyed by people of all ages worldwide, regardless of the gaming experience, and made Mario more familiar to a broader audience than ever before. And he said, looking ahead, we are creating a new animated film based on the world of Super Mario Brothers, set for theatrical release in 2026. And additionally, we are planning to develop the live-action Legend of Zelda film for later on in the decade. And like I said before, the only thing that we know about this movie is Wes Ball, who directed Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and the Maze Runner is set to direct it. So when I get more info on that, I'll give it to you. All right, but on that same press conference or whatever, they were talking about the Nintendo Switch 2, because it still hasn't officially been announced, which is ridiculous. But they said, okay, so we're just gonna tease you guys about a few of the things. All right. So once again, Shintaro Furukawa decided to make a post on X, because I guess people were asking questions about it. Only thing he said was Nintendo Switch software will also be compatible will also be playable on the successor to the Nintendo Switch. More than that, you'll be able to keep your Nintendo Switch Online account on the Switch sequel. Hold on one second. I'm actually gonna go to the direct tweet. Yeah, so he said, this is for Furukawa at today's corporate management policy briefing. We announced the Nintendo Switch. Okay, so yeah. All right, further information about the successor of the Nintendo Switch, including its compatibility with the Nintendo Switch, will be announced at a later date. They also confirmed that you can still use your Joy-Cons. So if you have like a set, like more than like the set that comes with the Switch, I have 3 sets. Because I was playing Super Smash Bros. With my friends and whatnot. But you have to buy a charging dock for said Switch Joy-Cons, because apparently the Switch 2 is rumored to have magnetic Joy-Cons, so they just pop right on magnetically, as opposed to using the old rail locking mechanism that the Switch 1 has, because you know, if you didn't press that button, you would just break the lock that would hold them in place. So I guess magnets would be better. And there's still no word on if the games are going to be backwards compatible, like the physical games, because they haven't said anything about the cartridges. And although I don't play my Switch a lot, I do have about 26 games. So I would like to play those if I do decide to get a Switch 2. I don't want this to be a, what was it? Was it the DS? That was the successor to the Game Boy Advance. I get it. It was still, it was a new generation of systems, but the graphics weren't really that much different. It was just a slightly bigger screen and just a little bit more color, but still everything was side scroller. But yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Do y'all plan on getting the DS? I mean, not the DS, the Switch 2 or whatever the hell it's going to be called. But they better not call it the Switch U, just like the Wii and the Wii U. I don't know. I know one thing. I'm going to take a break. I'm gonna drink some more of my Dubby and ponder what I'm gonna call this episode. So listen to the ad while I actually drink it, okay? This episode is brought to you by Dubby. Dubby gives you focus and energy without the crash and jitters. It has no sugar, fillers, or artificial dyes. Mix 1 packet or scoop into 8 or 12 ounces of water. Stir or shake well. Some powderiness is normal, and it has all the important vitamins. So this has vitamin C, B3, B6, and B12. And it's made from coffee fruit extract. So drink it and go conquer a task. And go to Dubby.gg and use my promo code Angry Blerd 10 at checkout to save 10% on your order. That's Dubby.gg with promo code Angry Blerd 10. Okay, all right, I'm back. All right, let's talk about Harry Potter and all things Harry Potter related. So, as we all know, Warner Brothers is doing this Harry Potter TV series. Haven't gotten much done. Haven't gotten much news about it on the TV front or casting or anything like that. We just know who's running the show, who's executive producer, and so on and so forth. But Warner Brothers is working on, other ways to keep the franchise alive. So one of the things they're going to be doing that's supposed to be coming out on the Food Network and Max on November 14th is a little show called Harry Potter Wizards of Baking. It's just like, wait, what? Why is this a thing? And the reason why I don't like when stuff like this happens is, I get it. They have to make things that look like, they could be adjacent to the Harry Potter franchise. But other than that, it's just really Warwick Davis and the Phelps brothers being the judges. So James and Oliver, who played Fred and George. I guess even Warwick Davis isn't like a full-time judge. They're going to be doing a rotating guest judge of former Harry Potter cast members. But yeah, so that's going to be one of the things. Like I said, the show is actually supposed to be debuting in 2026. I don't know where I got 2025 from. But also, it also seems like the Fantastic Beasts franchise is dead. Like Jude Law told Variety like a few weeks ago that it's probably not going to happen since the last one didn't make any money. Yeah, because he was doing a interview, I guess, on talking about Star Wars Skeleton Crew, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be doing that." Since, like I said, The Secrets of Dumbledore barely made any money. I haven't even bought that movie on Blu-ray yet. Well, let's see how much. Because like the last two, they really didn't make any money because people were, for the first one, people were boycotting. Not the first one, the second one, because the first one made money. Like first Fantastic Beasts swept $814 million worldwide with a $200 million budget. Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, that's the one that everybody was boycotting because it was revealed that Colin Farrell was not Grindelwald really, but it was Johnny Depp, and so everybody decided to boycott that one. It still made money, not as much. So went from making the budget being $200 million to $654 million. And so in a panic, Warner Brothers decided for The Secrets of Dumbledore to recast Johnny Depp. I believe he was also going through an Amber Heard trial. That was also in 2022. $200 million budget. I don't know how this movie stayed consistently for 3 freaking films. Box office was only $407 million, so that's not really that much of a profit. Because remember, in order for you to make a profit, you have to make double, and then whatever is after that. So it was only $7 million. They're not gonna continue doing that. But they also confirmed that there will be another Hogwarts Legacy game that is supposed to have storylines that play out within the Harry Potter TV series. So I'm like, why would they do that? Just keep the story going that you told, and I'm not. Just do the damn sequel based off of like the fucking books, because everybody who really wasn't rocking with that game found every single reason to complain about it. Oh, the elves were slaves, and this was around the time of the revolt. If you actually played the game to completion, you would know that one elf was trying to basically take control of the world. So yeah, there's that. All right, what the hell is my next story? Oh, and don't forget the Harry Potter part of Universal's Epic Universe that's supposed to be opening in May next year. All right, let's get into my next story. Our very well-received thriller franchise now that, the first one came out back in 2009. And then, we got a movie that happened as a prequel. When did that come out? I want to say it was 2 years ago. We're getting a third Orphan movie, people. So yes, Variety did a post that revealed that there will be a third Orphan movie that I don't know where it's supposed to take place. If it's supposed to take place, but it can't take place before Orphan First Kill, because that makes no goddamn sense if it does that. So it has to be in between Orphan First Kill and Orphan. So David Cogswell, who wrote Orphan First Kill, and William Brent Bell are confirmed to return for the sequel, and Isabel Furman will indeed be returning as Esther. This movie honestly should have went to theaters. I don't know why they didn't put it in theaters, but hey, they definitely learned their lesson with that one. All right, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart. So I've been on this podcast multiple times talking about my obsession with Back to the Future, and that, you know, awakened my obsession with everything time travel. I literally have 3 Back to the Future figures right next to me. This is the Ultimate Marty McFly from the first movie. So comes with his backpack, skateboard, guitar, a different head, the camera, and 3 separate hands. I have a Griff tan in here, obviously from Back to the Future Part 2. Griff don't really got that many accessories, just an extra head, the pit bull, the bat, and the what else? I thought I saw a helmet. No, that's just the stand for the hoverboard to make it appear that, you know, he's actually hovering. And this bad boy, who's this? This Doc Brown, right? Yeah, this is Doc Brown. Doc Brown don't really got that many accessories. He's got a wrench. The hell are those? Glasses? Yeah, he's got his wrench, extra head, shock head, the goggles, and an extra set of hands. I really do need to finish getting the rest of these NECA figures. NECA, N-E-C-A. I didn't say what y'all thought I said. All right. Well, anyway, Robert Zemeckis, who directed the entire trilogy of the Back to the Future franchise. I believe he was also a producer on the TV series, and he obviously filmed the segment for the now Simpsons ride that was at Universal. So he was on the Happy, Sad, and Confused podcast, and everybody was, you know, asking him about, you know, Back to the Future 4. And they said, how often does Universal ask you about, you know, doing another movie? He said about, every 6 months, and then the frequency was, please, was just an exaggeration. But he said, Steven Spielberg, Bob Gale have all said, we're not doing anything with this franchise, okay? There's not going to be a 4th movie. The closest thing to the 4th movie that you're going to get, that you got, was the Telltale game, because pretty much everybody came back to reprise their roles or play like a different version of themselves. So like Michael J. Fox is obviously a little bit older, so you can't really do the you mean you built a time machine out of a DeLorean? Like the high-pitched voice. So he played on like one of Marty's like great grandfathers or something like that. So he said, I would rather not do a remake or suggest a Back to the Future, but I would like to do a film adaptation of the musical. And he said, I think that would be great. I floated it out to the folks at Universal. They just don't get it, and there's nothing I can do. And I don't get why they wouldn't want to do that, because usually when musical adaptations of things come out, they make money. Perfect example. Let's see how much Mean Girls made. Keep in mind, I like the original Mean Girls. I have no interest in this musical. Movie had a budget of $36 million. This movie made $104.8 million. So it's just like, do it, Universal. Good grief. What are you waiting for? Okay? Just make the money and, you know, give us something. Well, anyway, let's hit the spoiler alert, because now I'm getting ready to talk about the Penguin. Episode 7, which was titled Top Hat, directed by Kevin Bray and written by Vladimir Chivico. So, this episode was a doozy. So, I don't know if you guys watched it, but the episode starts with a flashback. We see young Oz living with his mom and his two brothers, Jack and Benny, and everything just seems like a pretty, normal household, all things considered. Oz is being the middle child, looking for his mom's attention and respect from his brothers, but his mom is busy working, and she sends all three of them to go out and play. Tells Jack to go run some money, run an errand for her, and they run into this gangster who Oz has a lot of admiration for. Jack gives him whatever books that his mom ran, and gives him what was it, $50? Yeah, $50. And they're like, "What are we gonna do with the money?" He's like, "Giving it to mom." So they decide to go play hide and seek, and then like where the underground train station was being built, and Jack and Benny decide to go down a shaft where Oz is having issues due to his leg, and Oz said, "I took that personal." So he closed him in, which was actually a overflow drain. Goes home in the rain. Tells his mom Jack and Benny went to go watch a movie, specifically Beetlejuice, and him and his mom watch a Fred Astaire movie. And you see, like, Kevin Bray did his thing with this episode, because you get the cut back of them in the, like, trying to, like, bang on the door, like, "Yo, Oz, let us out, because the water is rising, because it's fucking raining. Yo, Oz, this isn't funny, let us out." Cut back to Oz, just laying up under his mom, watching Fred Astaire. Oz! Back to his mom, smiling. Cut back to his brothers. No noise. So I was like, what the fuck? Oz has been messed up since childhood. So we cut back to the present day with Sal and Sophia. Victor's knocked out. Oz finds him. Sal goes back, fucks up Oz, takes him back to the underground while you see Sophia with his mom. And she has a conversation with his mom. And her dementia starts. She starts to backslide to, back when, like 30, 40 years ago, asking where his brother's at. And she slaps Sophia. Meanwhile, Oz and Sal go at it in the Underground Railway. And Sal has a heart attack and dies, and Oz is just distraught over this, because Oz wanted to be the one to kill him. He's like, "You can't go out like this. You took this from me," and just literally like puts 2 bullets in him. Calls Sophia, tells her, Sal ain't coming home. And he's like, "I want my mom." And so they're like, "Okay, well, we'll make a deal." Vic actually got a crew together for Oz. Well, he's supposed to be getting a crew together for Oz. Oz needs an army to take down Sophia. But Sophia sets Oz up with a dummy car that he thinks has his mom in it. But no, it's a bunch of dynamite. And instead of Oz warning the crew that he just, literally, drank with, he runs into that same tunnel where he let his brothers die to survive, because the car's full with bombs and literally like fucks up the road. And where's Batman when all this happens? Oz comes up from underground, gets knocked upside the head, and then that's the end of the episode. Sophia got a call from Julian Rush, her psychiatrist, who she's in a very freaky relationship with, and says that, "Hey, Gia saw something." And Gia revealed to Sophia that she saw the gas mask, and that, since she's been in this child home, she's been cutting herself. And she said, "I'm doing this to basically keep you safe." But in reality, Sophia realizes that she's doing the same thing to Gia that happened to her with her father. But I'm just like, man, good grief. Got one episode left, and that is coming out the day of this episode drops. It's called A Great or Little Thing, and it's directed by Jennifer Katzinger, and it's written by Lauren LaFlunk. But yeah, man, this episode is crazy. I might watch this episode before episode 8 airs tomorrow. But I don't think I have any more talking, guys. This is your boy Bernard, and that was another episode of the Angry Blerd podcast. Be sure to rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Go to w.gg, use the promo code AngryBlerd10 at checkout. Once again, rest in peace to Tony Todd, and rest well, Candyman. I'll see y'all next week. Goodbye.